Hi everybody, I hope I'm in focus. I've just tried to film a vlog, not a vlog, I will keep calling just general videos vlogs. I just tried to film a video on my DSLR and it just didn't work. It was completely out of focus. So here I am with you guys, my vlogging camera on a tripod. Let's just roll with it. Why not? I mean, it's good enough for vlogs, isn't it? Right? So I wasn't really sure what to film because I know that you guys don't really know a great deal about me. So I've just looked up some tag videos because that seems like a really good way to introduce myself, right? So the first tag, I mean, this whole video is not just going to be like a compilation of tags, I promise. No, it's going to be just the one tag. So today I'm going to be filming the get to know me tag. So it's like all like the basic things really. I might not do all of it because it might be a ridiculously super duper long video if I do. But let's just see how I get on. Okay, so name is Stacey Michelle. I'm not going to give out my surname for privacy reasons, but Stacey Michelle. And I don't have any nicknames. Like sometimes I'll be called like Stace, but that's not a nickname, it's just like a standard shortened version of my name. My place of birth is Newcastle. I'm actually from Newcastle. I moved here for university in 2010. I went to study criminology and I don't really have much of a Geordie accent left, unfortunately. I've just been here too long. I've been here like what, 7 years, and it's just dwindled away. Star sign. Okay, so I was born on the 23rd of August in 1991, so I'm 26, and because of how I never know my star sign, because obviously it's on like the border between two. So say if I was reading like a magazine or the web or something, like some say I'm one and then other things say I'm the other, so I don't know. I'm either a Leo or a Virgo. More often than not it will say that I'm a Virgo, but I really don't know. And my occupation, so my job is, so I work part-time at Sainsbury's and doing stock replenishment at night, so I do 3 nights a week. And for the other part of my time I work on my small business called Hippo & Co, where I design and create and make and send out happy post, like prints and cards and other things that haven't yet been launched that I'm not going to tell you about. Appearance, hair colour. Hair colour is like a brown. This is my natural colour. It's not very fun, I know, but I haven't long not been a student, and if you're a student then you'll know that you don't really have a lot of money. So I really just wanted my hair to be something that was low maintenance, and obviously if you dye your hair, then in my opinion at least it's not very low maintenance, because I wouldn't be dyeing it myself. I used to, and I used to get dye everywhere in my grand's living room, no, my grand's bathroom, and then we'd have to like scrub it off or paint over it or whatever. And yeah, I live in like a rented flat, there's no way I'm dyeing my hair at home. Getting it done at the hairdressers would be costly, so hence as to why I don't really have dyed hair. Hair length is obviously, it's like mid, isn't it? Mid length? I'm not sure. Eye colour is blue. Can you see? Blue, blue, blue. My best feature. I'm not sure. I do quite like my eyes. I really like the colour blue, and my eyes. I think my eyes are quite pretty. So yeah, I'm going to say my eyes. I've never had braces, thankfully. Piercings. I do have piercings. I have my ears done twice, although I would like to get this bit done. I can't remember what it's called. Is it the helix? I don't know. That bit up there anyway, maybe. And obviously I've got my nose pierced, which I got done when I was 25. I got done on my 25th birthday actually, and people said to me, oh, you know, you're getting your nose pierced at your age, but you know, what's age got to do with anything? They kind of implied that you can be too old for it, which I think is absolute rubbish. I recently bumped into somebody who had her nose pierced and she was in her 50s, and she'd only got it done a couple of years ago, and let me tell you, she looked bloody fabulous. I am right-handed, So first best friend was somebody called Leanne. We were completely inseparable, or at least we tried to be. The school was always, I still think they were mean, used to separate us because we used to talk too much instead of working, and I always used to be really sad. First award, I haven't got a clue. Haven't got a clue. First real holiday. Okay, so for complex issues, I basically never had a passport until I was 16. When I changed my surname by deed-poll, and I was able to apply to get a passport. So I didn't have my first real holiday until I was 19. When I met, was I 19? Was I 19? No, I wasn't. I was 20. I didn't have my first holiday until I was 20. Which was when I went to the Germany Christmas markets with my partner, and they were gorgeous, and we went for a couple of years. We've not been, actually, didn't go last year, but yeah, that was my first holiday. So I've never had, to date, I've never had a hot holiday. Germany has always been bloody freezing whenever we went, but it's always been amazing. So yeah, those are my real holidays. As a child, my real holidays, I think I've mentioned this before, but basically my mum was absent when I was a child, so it's kind of just been me and my gran. And my dad, obviously, I've got my dad in my life. He's been the best dad in the world. But my mum was absent, so my gran kind of took on that role. Even though I didn't live with her, she still took that role on. So we didn't really have holidays per se, but we did like lots of day trips. So we'd get like the coach, and we'd go for like day trips to like Edinburgh and Edinburgh Zoo and Scarborough, and then we'd also book like a couple of days away, and we'd go on the coach, and we'd go to like Blackpool, which was my favourite place as a kid, and to be honest, it is definitely still one of my favourites now, probably because I've had so many good memories there, and obviously up until like until I was 20, Blackpool was like my holiday, which I know to you, some of you people, you probably like laugh and go what, but you know, it was all I knew, and I loved it, and I still do love it. I think it's great. The only thing I don't like is the inflation and prices everywhere. But yeah, so Blackpool was kind of my holiday up until I was 20. So yeah, but in the future I'd love to go travelling. I'd love to go all the stereotypical places that people want to visit. I've always admired Rome, and since I was about 4 or 5, I've always said that I really want to go and see Home Alone. When I used to watch Home Alone, I wanted to go to New York, and that will definitely happen. Chris and I would really love to travel to and get married in Vegas, so hopefully that'll be on the cards eventually. Yeah, but obviously in my opinion, like Blackpool is Vegas is like the very cheap version of Vegas, so I obviously love Blackpool. I really want to go Vegas, so that's gonna happen. I don't really have a particular favourite film, I just have some that I really love. So one of them is I love Disney's Up, and I have to say that I do love Titanic. Of course I do, I'm a girl. Yeah, I don't know, it's just a few that I really enjoy. And Finding Dory was brilliant as well. Oh, and Inside Out. Yeah, I really love animated films. So yeah, a lot of them are like for like kids. Favourite TV show? Ooh, now this is a tough one. Okay, so there are a few that really stand out to me. I cannot pick one. Definitely, so I've got a couple of favourites, and definitely Prison Break, One Tree Hill, Prison Break, One Tree Hill, Game of Thrones, of course, and oh, there was another one that was in my head, Chicago PD as well. I think they are the ones that I really love, and yeah, they're my top favourites. I'm really gutted that Prison Break is now finished. I was definitely a late fan with that. I didn't really watch it until this year, and then I was just hooked, so I'm gutted that it's finished. Favourite song? Ooh, I don't know if I have a favourite song. I have a lot of songs that I love. I really love Keen, and there is a really awesome band called Meadowlark that I went to see in Manchester, which was fabulous. I think I'm out of focus. Oh no, I'm going to be gutted if I go to edit this and I'm out of focus again. Yeah, Meadowlark, also Rhodes as well. Rhodes is fantastic. I think my ultimate favourite though just has to be Keen. Favourite restaurant? Definitely Franklin Benny's. It's got such significance for me. It is where Chris and I had our first date. And we go there every year on our anniversary when we celebrate it. Oops, sorry, I'll just give you a kick. Other favourites that I really enjoy, so other favourites that I enjoy are TGI's. TGI's is awesome. Who doesn't love a Nando's? Have to throw that one in there. Yeah, Pizza Hut. Just, you know, very much your chain restaurants. I really like to know what I'm getting, so if I go places, I don't mind experiencing new things, but I definitely feel reassured when I see my favourite like companies there as well, because then I go, well, you know, if all else fails, at least they're there. Favourite store? I think my favourite would probably be Next, Oliver Bonus. Where else would be? Off the top of my head. Favourite, I'm trying to think of somewhere where I go and then I just want everything. Favourite store? Yeah, I think I'm just going to throw them ones out there. Next and Oliver Bonus. Yeah, okay. We'll stick with that. Favourite book? Hands down Harry Potter. Very, very stereotypical, I know, but I grew up with Harry Potter. I think it came out when I was 11, pretty much the same age as they were, and I grew with it. And I don't think I've ever read a series that could ever compare. I mean, I've had books that I loved, but in terms of like the plot development and the like admiration for the characters, I don't think anything even comes close to Harry Potter. Favourite magazine? I don't read magazines. I wish I did. I would just kind of see it as like frittering money away on pointless things. But yeah, I wish I did. Favourite shoes? I don't really have any favourite shoes. I just have typical black Chelsea boots and I love them. Currently feeling? Happy. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy that I'm feeling better. Happy. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm excited that I've started YouTube. I'm excited that I'm just about to launch more and more products for our Christmas collection. Yeah, I'm happy. Single or taken? I am taken. I have a boyfriend called Chris. We have been together for 6 years now, and he is, as cheesy as it sounds, the best thing that ever happened to me. We are best buddies. Yeah, and I wouldn't be without him. Currently eating? Nothing. But I am going to make fish finger butties with chips for tea before Chris goes to work on the night shift. Not listening to anything. Oh, I am actually. I'm listening to that little bloody light buzzing. I don't know what it is. It's a touch lamp. I don't think it's in focus. I think it's too far away. But it's a touch lamp. It's got 3 different settings, and if you put it on a particular setting, it buzzes, and I'm hoping that that's not coming through on this camera. Like, I'm hoping that it's not picking it up. If it is, I'm sorry. Currently thinking about... I'm currently hoping that the battery lasts on this camera. Currently watching myself on the viewfinder, probably annoying to you. Hoping that I'm in focus, because as I say, I've just filmed the video that I wasn't in focus. Currently wearing, busted, I have my PJs, I have my PJs on, and this super duper, you can't even see that, but this material is so soft. It is like, I can't even explain it. It is like a really you know, you get really fluffy socks. It's a bit like that. £5 from Primark, bargain. Future. Okay, do I want children? Yes, I do, and if I could, I would have them right now. I've wanted kids like 7 years ago. Obviously I always wanted to wait until things were right and I had a partner and I was stable, had a job, etc, blah 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 blah. And here I am, 26. I have a partner. I don't really have the career that I want yet. I'm working on it. But I would love kids. I mean, I'm very aware of the fact that I am 26 and I feel like I'm ready now to have children, and I'm at a good age. And obviously I've wanted them. I felt mentally ready to have them for years, but unfortunately, like all the physical and practical barriers in life are very much acting as barriers, so that's not really been on the cards yet, but it's definitely something that I want to be on the cards eventually. So yes, I definitely want children. As to how many, I actually grew up as an only child. I'm not an only child, and I'll explain that maybe in another video, but I grew up as an only child and I don't want to have children and just have one. So probably, I think 3, but we'll just see how we feel. I don't know what it feels like when you have kids. Definitely 2. Do I want to be married? Yes, I do. I would love to be married. I've dropped enough hints as well. You know, 6 years and counting. But yes, I would love to be married, especially before we have kids, because I think it's really nice to get married and obviously like have the same surname, maybe a proper family unit. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with having kids without marriage, because obviously marriage isn't for everybody, but for me personally, I would like to be married and in Vegas with no drama and no fuss, just simple wedding. Career in mind. So what I would really love is for me to give up my part-time job at Sainsbury's. Obviously it is a very dull job. And I would love to run my business full-time, but obviously in order to do that, the profit turnover has to be big enough. So that would be the ultimate dream, to have my cards and products like stocked in like big chain stores. Because when I do like craft fairs and I see people walking past and they've got, you know, I can see them giggling after they've looked at something, and it feels really good, you know, knowing that people like your stuff. So yeah, I would love to expand the range and get it in get it in stores. So, you know, expand like the stockist range and things. Where do you want to live? Well, currently I live in Manchester. I think I'm just going to stay here, to be honest. I'm definitely not going to be going back to Newcastle. I would love to live in York. I absolutely love York. I think it's beautiful. But realistically it will probably stay in Manchester, because Chris's family's here, and obviously, especially as I say I want kids, I do think it's quite important to have like a supportive family unit around you, so probably Manchester. Do you believe in God? I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't say that he doesn't exist or that he does. I believe in spirits. I believe that there is something else there watching us. I believe that our souls go somewhere, and we can watch down on the people that we love. But whether or not I believe in a God as such, as in like, I suppose it's a bit like at work, you know how you have your store manager. I suppose that's a bit like that. So I suppose if I believe in spirits, maybe there has to be like a boss, so to speak. I don't know. I really don't know if I believe in God or not. I just believe that there is something else, whether it be a God or not. Do you believe in miracles? Oh, I don't know. I've never thought about that before. Do I believe in miracles? I believe in luck. Is that kind of the same thing? I guess so. I believe in luck. I don't think things just randomly happen. So say if someone needed like a miracle cure and there was no hope, I'm not sure that I believe in that. I'm I'm quite a logical person, so I think I don't know. I'm not really sure how to answer that one. Sorry. I don't know how to answer that. I think it's a really, oh boy, I think that is a massive topic that could just be covered all on its own. I'm not even sure how to answer that. Do I believe in love at first sight? I do. Well, not love. I believe in, not love as in like you can't truly love somebody or something because you don't know them, your soul or your body or your mind or your heart, however you term it. It needs to, sorry, I know I've got this hideous chair in the way there. I didn't even notice it swung around. It doesn't matter, just ignore that. Because you know, it hasn't really had time to like bond together yet, and you haven't got, do you know what I mean? But I believe that you could say you could love how somebody looks. So in that sense, yeah, love at first sight. Yeah, I love how you look. I love what you're wearing, but I don't think you can truly embed your, is that the right word? Not embed, like submerge yourself in that love. You know, I think it's like a superficial layer until, like, you know, all them like little bonds are made underneath. Do you believe in ghosts? I do. 110%. I have a few supernatural experiences which I'm happy to talk about if you're interested. Yeah, it freaks me out. But yes, I do believe in ghosts. Do I believe in aliens? Depends what you term as an alien, I suppose. I mean, we have like little parasites on this planet that are like tiny little things, but they exist. So if they exist here, I imagine there was something like that on another planet somewhere, and I guess, I don't know, scientists might say, oh, you know, if they live on another planet, that must mean they're an alien, but realistically it'd be like a parasite. So, I don't know. I don't know if I believe in aliens. No, not really, no. I don't believe in, like, you know, a green little Martian gonna come down, but it depends what the experts label as alien, I guess. Do I believe in soulmates? Yes, I do. I think you were destined to find somebody, that person. So I don't think you could just be a soulmate with anybody. I think it was a plan in the stars, however you want to think about it. It's destiny. As cheesy as it sounds, I think that person who you bond with eternally was meant to find you. Do you believe in heaven? Yes. In a sense, I do. I believe all good should go somewhere good on the other side, where they can, you know, choose what they do and watch over their loved ones and things like that. 110%. Do I believe in hell? Yes, I do. I believe, I think you should be forgiven for your mistakes, but I think there's some things that people do that they can't be forgiven for. So I do believe that they would go somewhere else. Which I know is silly that I believe in heaven and hell, but I don't really believe in God. It doesn't really make sense to me either. But that's my logic. Do I believe in kissing on the first date? Yeah, even if it feels right, why not? Do you believe in yourself? Yeah, of course I do. I mean, if I didn't, then what's the point? If I don't believe in myself, then why would anybody else believe in me? So yeah. Oh, that's the end of it. Oh, that's the end of the tag, which is just as well, because I've got a feeling that this ain't gonna last much longer. So yeah, I hope that was somewhat interesting for you, and you feel like you've got to know me, given that it's a get to know me tag. I want to apologise obviously for my frequent looking up at the screen. Again, it's just because obviously I filmed the other one and I was out of focus, and the last thing I want to do is go and film another 20-minute video and for it to be out of focus again. And breathe. So yes, that's that video done. I hope that you feel like you've got to know me a little bit better. I also hope that I'm coming across a little bit happier today, a little bit less of a moaning myrtle than what I had the past few vlogs, because as you know, I've been poorly, but obviously I'm really not a miserable cow. Anyways, so I'm gonna go now before this cuts out. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've made it this far, then give yourself a pat on the back. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to see any more, please do subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Ugh. still dying.